Obviously, I'm a Yankees fan, so I'd love to see him.
It's almost like legacy of like the NFL versus.
But I definitely think that Baker could be a really good player for the Panthers moving forward.
Did I say Oreos?
There's a lot of questions I have about Mahomes. Looks like a kid playing Madden.
Turning point in the game is the 13-second drive.
They play very hard, even though they're terrible.
He's a good pick. You for sure. He's going to be a good player. But I can't argue against the Jamar Chase pick.
They made moves saying we're going to win this year, at least get into the playoffs.
I'm going with my guy, Corey Seager. So glad.
What's good, y'all? My name is Austin Drummond, and I play rugby for the University of Notre Dame. And you're listening to The Outsider's Opinion with Austin and Kevin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week. And this is a sad one that I believe we did last year as well, Austin, as Profar has now been suspended for a second time for PED use. And he is the sixth player now to receive a 162-game ban since the penalty increased for two-time offenders in 2014. And part of that is he forfeits his $15 million salary. And it's really sad to see kind of Profar, because I think last time it was like, okay, this is a test. Like maybe something went wrong. But this time it's hard to dispute it.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder, I'm assuming that he will try to get out of it or appeal it or whatever he can really try to do. I definitely think that if this is true and it's not a false positive, that, I can see his career being over from it.
Yeah. It's really tough because you look at him and he, of course, was with the Texas Rangers in their system and was the number one overall prospect in the league at one point. Then he dealt with some injuries. And last year, even after, last year he missed some games, right? Saying he played 158. I'm thinking of 2 years ago. Last year he had 80 games, 245, but the year before that was when he was with San Diego and in 2024, and that's when he was a first-time All-Star, and I want to say he was Silver Slugger as well. So
that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, he was a Silver Slugger winner in 2024, and now I do think his career is pretty much. It's going to be tough to come back from a second straight year of PEDs because he's 23 now.
You mean 33?
33. Yep. I meant to say that. Yeah. 33 now.
Yeah, it's going to be a long road back if this is proven to be true. And I'm disappointed because I thought he was a decent talent whenever he was previously playing, but obviously, it's hard to refute this. It's hard to refute it.
It is, and it does on ESPN. It does say he intends to ask MLB Players Union to file a grievance. Last year, it was because of a product that increased testosterone production that was on the list, and now, yeah, it really is sad to hear about that. Because if you look, like he was great with San Diego, and it does kind of with this testing, it does kind of further question those results. After he was with Colorado, I think for half the season, then he got traded back to San Diego.
Yeah. When he came back with the Rays, he wasn't that bad afterwards. I thought he may still have a career, even though there's been plenty of players that have gotten one PED violation and have had a decent career afterwards. But after 2 and missing a year and a half out of the 2 years possible he could have played, it's really hard to see him return. Because his OPS plus, when he came back in those 80 games, because remember he was suspended for 81 games for half the season. He basically played the entire season after he came back. He had a 121 OPS plus. He had 14 homers in half the season, which would have been 28 if he played the entire year. He played pretty well. I know he didn't have the best batting average, but I wonder, again, what the timeline of everything is. And again, if this holds, then I find it hard to believe that he's going to have a fruitful career after.
Yeah, and if you're talking about a guy that did have a PED suspension and played well and has gotten back to it, Tatis is a guy who dealt with an injury and a PED suspension, and he's been an all-star 2 out of the last 3 years since that suspension. So, yeah, and Profar, he was on a 3-year deal. It wasn't like he could get traded, but he was still going to be making money for the Braves, and it looked like they were going to move him to DH to help with their batting lineup because he was great with San Diego hitting wise, and that was kind of why Atlanta brought him in.
Well, like I said, a 121 OPS plus, he would have hit 28 home runs if he had played the whole season with them. He still was pretty good in Atlanta. And I wonder if he just started using them again or if he started using them immediately after he was found. I don't really know the whole testing process when you're tested and what that's all about, but it's disappointing to see.
Yeah, it is really disappointing to see, and hopefully he does get another chance, but we're gonna have to wait at least a year to see what happens. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.